Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, February 5, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. The Grizzlies came out strong and dropped 35 in the first quarter and never looked back. They were led by Jaren Jackson Jr., who dropped 26 points and 10 rebounds. Ja Morant also had 23 points, while Zaire Williams had 21. DeAnthony Melton, Desmond Bane, and Brandon Clark chipped in with 14, 13, and 10 points, respectively. While the Magic have won 3 of their last 4 games, it's tough to get excited about them. After all, they are still in the basement of the Eastern Conference standings and have literally no shot at the postseason. It's another lost season for the team, and it's a wonder as to what this team can do to become relevant again. Meanwhile, Memphis has charged up into the 3rd spot in the Western Conference and would own the top seed in the East if they were a member of conference. Morant's questionable status makes this one a little murkier than it should be, but given the way the Grizzlies score while the Magic are dismal on that end of the floor, our first betting pick will be Memphis Grizzlies -7. The Magic enter this game 28th in the league in scoring offense, as they average 103.1 points per game on the season. Orlando is 25th in the league in rebounding with 43.5 rebounds per contest, while they are 23rd in assists by dishing 23 dimes a night. The Magic are 21st in the league in scoring defense by allowing 110.8 points per contest. Mo Bamba is 7th on the team with 10.2 points, 8 rebounds and 2 blocks per contest. Franz Wagner adds 15.8 points plus 4.6 boards a night. Terrence Ross chips in 11.3 points a game. Jalen Suggs adds 12.3 points, 3.7 rebounds and 4.2 assists a night this season. Wendell Carter Jr., 13.6 points, 10.3 rebounds, and Cole Anthony, 17.8 points, 5.9 rebounds, 6.1 assists, are secondary scoring options. R.J. Hampton, Gary Harris, 11.8 points, Moritz Wagner, Robin Lopez and Ignaz Brazdeikis all have to contribute for the Magic. Currently, the team is without Jonathan Isaac, knee, Michael Carter-Williams, ankle, Etwan Moore, knee, and Markelle Fultz, knee, taking a big chunk of depth out of their rotation. Orlando is 28th in the league in field goal percentage, as they shoot 43.3% from the field on the year. The Magic is 20th in the league in threes per game, as they hit 11.8 triples a night, while they are 27th in three-point shooting by hitting 32.8% from beyond the arc. Hampton suffered MCL sprain and a bone bruise and is out here. Our second betting pick will be over 227.5. Phoenix Suns vs Washington Wizards. Phoenix is averaging 113.1 points per game. They scored 115 points in their last game, making 52.3% of their field goals and 28.1% of their three-pointers. Devin Booker led the way for Phoenix with 32 points and 3 assists. Michael Bridges finished with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Chris Paul added 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 12 assists. Phoenix has also played well defensively, giving up 105.5 points per game. They gave up 124 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to get the win. This game is going to be as ugly as it was in the first game. With no Beal, Washington can't win in a shootout, and they don't defend the 3, so they have to hope that Paul, Booker and Michael Bridges are off from long distance for the Suns. That's a lot to ask, especially after the Suns just lost to the Hawks in their last game. The Wizards are not a good defensive team, and if Bryant is back in the starting lineup, he was before the injury, they'll have nobody to protect the paint. Our first betting pick will be Suns -7.5. Beal leads the team in scoring with 23.2 points per game and 6.6 assists, but will miss at least 2 more games with a left wrist injury. Thomas Bryant also missed the last game due to a sprained ankle, but is expected to play in this one. Washington has less than a week before the trade deadline to make 1 or more trades, considering they have an overload of forwards, and they are 11th in the East after starting out the season 10-3. Kuzma has been one of the bright spots, averaging 16.4 points and 8.9 rebounds on 46% shooting, 34% 3PT. Washington's issues have been on the defensive side, where they are allowing 110 points per game on 45.6% shooting, 35% 3PT. They shoot it well, 46.5%, but not from three-point range, 32.6%. Phoenix is off to a great start thanks to their all-star reserves Booker, 25.5 ppg, 5.3 rpg, 4.3 app, and Paul, 14.9 ppg, 10.5 app. The Suns lead the Western Conference by 2 games over Golden State and by 6.5 over third-place Memphis. Phoenix leads the NBA in field goal percentage at 47.9% and is 5th in three-point percentage, 36.5. They rank 3rd in offensive net rankings at 113.5 and in defensive rating at 106.2, according to dunksandthrees.com. Defensively, they are allowing 105.5 points per game, 7th, on 44.1% shooting, 4th, and 33.7% from beyond the arc, 4th. The Suns have a very balanced 8 players averaging in double figures, with center DeAndre Ayton ranking 2nd in points, 16.2, 1st in rebounds, 10.4, and 2nd amongst the regulars in field goal percentage, 63.8%. He has help from Bismack Biyombo, who averages 10.2 points and 7.5 rebounds off the bench. Our second betting pick will be under 223. Miami Heat vs Charlotte Hornets. After an excellent start to 2022, the Heat hit a roadblock over the last couple of weeks. They have lost 3 of their last 4 games, but all have been competitive. Bam Adebayo had a season-best 32 points, with 11 rebounds in the loss to Toronto, but they bounced back with a big win over the Spurs on the road. Neither of these teams comes in playing its best basketball of the season. Miami has dropped 3 of its last 4 games, while Charlotte comes in trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Charlotte has been tough to beat at home, going 14-9 at the Spectrum Center, but it comes into this contest having dropped 3 of its last 4 home games. Look for the Hornets to experience some regression in this spot against a Heat team that is still dealing with some moving parts. LaMelo Ball dropped a career-best 38 points, but it was not enough in a 113-107 loss to the Boston Celtics on Wednesday. Terry Rozier scored 23 points, PJ Washington 16, Kelly Oubre Jr. 15, and Mason Plumlee had 17 rebounds for the Hornets, who have lost 4 of 6. Fresh off of an All-Star game snub, Ball will try to get the Hornets back on the winning track in this game. The 20-year-old has put together a strong sophomore campaign, averaging 19.9 points, 7.7 assists, and 7.2 rebounds per game. He's also shot the ball efficiently from the field, knocking down 42.6% of his shots, including 35.8% of his three-point attempts. According to dunksandthrees.com, Charlotte comes into Saturday's contest ranked number 17 in the NBA, with an adjusted plus 0.3 net rating. The Hornets rank 4th in the league on offense, with an adjusted 112.9 offensive rating, but 26th on defense, with an adjusted 112.6 mark. In addition to getting Harrow back on the floor, Miami also benefited from the return of point guard Kyle Lowry, who came back from a 9-game absence. While the Heat are just starting to get back to full strength, trade rumors have been swirling in Miami over the last month. Most of the proposed deals have involved sharpshooter Duncan Robinson, who could become expendable due to the emergence of Max Struss. A deal involving Robinson could bring back an impact big man in a deal, like Christian Wood of the Houston Rockets. Miami finally snapped a 3-game losing streak with a 112-95 victory on the road against the San Antonio Spurs. Tyler Herro returned to the floor to lead the way with 24 points and 5 assists, while Bam Adebayo added 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 steals for the Heat in the win. Our second betting pick will be over the total. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.